December already. I told you this month would fly by. The little Daewoo / Riccar has been absolutely amazing on the surface. I haven't looked under the hood yet. There is no Christmas tree at the time of filming this video, and there won't be because I'm only filming this today. Yeah, I haven't really got Christmas in this house yet. I always get busier at the end of the year than the beginning, so who knows. But sadly, this Riccar never saw pine needles this year. Let's have a look at how it did. Yes, hello, my vacuum cleaner chums. How are you today? Yes, December is upon us and we say goodbye to yet another vacuum cleaner. Did you do your own 12 vacuums in 12 months or use something different this month? If so, what did you use and did you like it? I like this a lot. It's a tiny little vacuum, almost is perfect for my house. And the only real problems with it are just problems with age, you know. The cord lid one, it gets a little bit iffy at the end, but you know, it goes in. It hasn't got any worse or any better, so we'll take that as a thumbs up. We can also have a look at this filter, which I have not looked at yet. Oh, that's a very good sign there. Looks spotless filter on the machine. Oh. And the other little thing that hasn't really got any better or worse is the noise that the motor makes. Again, this handle has a very small range of motion, so if I click it on, hang on, that is on in its lowest setting. Just the same really, but oh, so much airflow. Motor has its little wind down noise as well, which again hasn't gotten any worse at all. Which is all we want really, you know. I don't want it to get much worse because it is a nice machine. This hose, despite looking fragile as anything, seems to have survived perfectly well. It's quite nice and long. It's very light considering how bulky it looks. This hose end, despite, you know, a little bit creaky, it's nice to hold. It's quite big. It feels pretty good. Little tools sit under here, which I have used actually. That, oh, there we go. Proof that I have used it. There is some dirt stuck in there from whenever I last used it. The problem is that it goes quite narrow on the flexible joint on here. So that's that. In fact, we've got the machine plugged in. Have to put the hose back on. There we go. And the cleverest tool I haven't used too much, because even on the lowest setting, it does restrict the airflow a ton. It is very, very restrictive. This wand, I think, is broken. I have it set to this height, and this has been the height that I've used it at all month. However, I'm now going to... Oh, it locks now. It hasn't been locking on me, and it was a bit of a faff, but it seems to have sorted itself out now. Then we can come on to this floor head, which on the surface of it doesn't look nice. And yeah, I can see why you might hate it. It is very noisy on the old hard floor. I'd imagine if it doesn't like your carpet and you have lots of carpet, you're going to hate it. But for me, I quite like it. On the laminate, it pulls the dirt in. All the surface litter just gets scooped up in one pass. It is very much one of those floor tools. I quite like it, but yeah, I can see why people wouldn't. And comment down below. Have you ever used one of these on the Riccar that it was supposed to be on? If so, what were your experiences? Right. Tools away. What we need to do now is have a look at the bag, because I haven't looked at the bag yet and I know that they are tiny, so I went and dug out these spare bags that I have that fit this machine. If we open this up, it's, oh, that's not bad. There's more dust on the outside of it than on the inside. That's good, because these are horrible little single wall paper bags. And yeah, little is the key word. Oh look, we do have a little dust cover there. Yeah, that's about half full. That's pretty chunky as well. And don't forget, this is double teamed with the green note all month. So it's done pretty well. Can we have a look at your filters? Oh, we can. Oh look, I made some sort of bodge of 2 meter filters together, but they've worked perfectly well. Yeah, this thing is spotless inside. It's done really, really well. That's good. We're going to take another horrible single walled paper bag. In fact, the ones that it's got left may as well. Well, they'll sit inside of it in a minute once we have tested it, because yeah, this is it now. It's all done for the month. Time to fit a nice new bag. Put that on there. Oh my goodness, we need to get the hose back on just to check that the suction is okay. Oh yeah, lots more airflow now. Yeah, we had lost a little bit of airflow over the month. Oh. Yeah, bless that motor. Being full of glass and bricks and rocks probably isn't the best way to keep the motor of a vacuum cleaner. But, you know, it's a shame, because otherwise it's done well. The broken wheel, which I think is this side, has been okay. It hasn't broken anymore. It's such a lovely little tiny machine. I do quite like it. I don't quite know what I'm going to do with it now, but I've used it for a month. I mean, if you really would like it, comment down below or email me, and we might be able to come to some sort of arrangement for what is a very rare but very battle-scarred vacuum cleaner. Indeed. But, little dinky cylinder gone, what did you vote for me to use for the month of December? Well, for December, you did me proud. Oh, yes, I've been hoping that we could feature this soon, and I gave a choice of 2 Seabos. Let's see what the AI text generation thing does with that little phrase. Yeah, we waited for a chance to crack one out. I mean, yeah, the cylinder is a good choice, the old K1 cylinder of Kirsten's that we have, but, you know, this is going to be so much nicer compared to the little Daewoo, certainly in terms of cleaning the floor. All good. It does have a bag in it. I can't quite remember if we left one in there or not. We have our genuine brand new filter and some of the other parts that were kindly provided by both Sebo and Manchester Vax between them. Thank you very much, guys. Good thing about buying a Sebo, there is some very good service and spares available. So yes, it hasn't faded too badly either. It isn't too grim. Yeah, this is going to be quite interesting, because my stepmother has been using her Dart one that we made her and gets on very well with this, and yeah, I can see why. So it's going to be good to use my one. I do have the hard floor head somewhere, but not to hand, and even if I did have it, I don't think I would use it too much, because this floor head that it wears now is pretty decent. Let's hope that it works as well as I remember it doing before. keep forgetting we've got all these bits of demo carpet. That one on the board just gets used for the birds, really, to stop that socket getting dirty. This one I picked up on the side of the road a couple of days ago. You'll see this in a couple of upcoming videos. But it's not had this good of a vacuum before, I'm sure. Let's go to full power. Oh yeah! From my carpet with a power like this every day. That's not too bad, is it? You get some grooming lines and wow, it has restored it. I dug through a couple of bits of these to find this bit here, which was the better bit, although I wish it was a bit squarer. So who knows how long it will last, or if I'll just use it to keep the rain off of the laminate during the depths of winter and chuck it away next year. I don't know. Talking of chucking away next year, let's have a look at how the green notes are doing. Now they've both taken a fair bit of a beating. This one, the little micro green note I used the other day, Charlie wanted me to desolder over keycap switches from a trashed, broken keyboard that I was trying to throw in the bin, but you know how small children are. So yeah, we were using this to suck all of the solder swarf out. So this won't take long. We shall just simply pick up this stuff. And then put that back on there, and yeah, 20 quid, that is pretty decent for what it did. Especially as a solder sucker. Picked up plenty. More than enough suction. This thing, the GSC50, oh, it's come out, is gonna be quite filthy. Oh yeah, look, it's so filthy. It's got bits of card sticking out of it. Yeah, I gave this pretty big hammering over the weekend, and yeah, inside it's still filthy. Let's see what the filter is like. That's not bad. That's probably about as bad as you would ever want to get it. But it is still picking up dirt, so I cannot fully filter. Oh, look at that there. And just like that, same as every month, we're back in business. It's getting a little bit grubby. I reckon next month we shall change it and give it a wash. Treat it for the new year. I know, really. Shall I continue using this in 2025? No. I'm not bored of it. It works really well. This is sort of part of the problem. It does a perfectly fine and decent job. I'm just a bit bored of it, I guess. And, you know, we have other cordless cleaners to play with. Let's have a look in here at the brush roll, which does have a little bit of hair on it. The anti-hair blades are perhaps not doing their strongest job. It's also disgusting under here. I told you it's getting all wet. So all of the wet dirt comes into play. But, you know, it's okay. It's not the worst it's ever been. And I mean, we washed this up last month. We shall probably do the same next month if I do or don't box it away. So, yeah, that'll do it. Give it a quick squish over. With our mains vacuum, and we'll call that good enough. We're not going to care about any more this year. We shall wait until the next year when we should be doing this in January. Oh dear. Let's just test it works by picking up these few bits here. Oh yeah, no problem at all. Marvellous. Good to go. And there we are, all changed for the last month of 2024. What a combination. Sebo haven't yet slapped their brand onto a generic, no-name, cordless, bagless vacuum cleaner, and I hope to gosh they never do. But this makes a fairly decent tag team. I can run this around in between my calls and meetings and when I'm running in or out the door, and then I can take the time with this Sebo to give a much deeper, thorough vacuuming. I think that's all I'm going to need. It's going to be a nice round off to the year. Hopefully, when we get a Christmas tree sorted, I like to do it with the kids. So I need to wait until the weekend that I have them and have made space. So hopefully this may see a real Christmas tree this year. I'm not sure. We shall perhaps find out later in the month. So, until the next exciting video, I hope you have enjoyed, and do tell me what you are using for December if you are changing your machine. And until the next video, I and this Sebo and these green oats will see you soon. Bye bye.